skincare routine and make sure you moisturize. I've already done all that, so if you need like a skincare routine, let me know because it's quite updated. And then because it's summer, we'll be putting on a bit of primer. So this primer I've put in my favorites before. It is the Innisfree No Sebum Mineral Primer, and I just kind of put it all over my face. Probably like my problem areas are nose, lip, and then under lip, and then just kind of T-zone area. That's where I get the most pores, and it just creates a very matte, smooth finish. So next up is foundation, and I'm still using the exact same foundation. It's the Tarte Amazonian Clay. This one's got SPF 15 in it. My color is light neutral. Well, my usual color is light neutral, but because I've been a bit more tanned and I don't want my face to look whiter than my normal color, I'm gonna be putting on a bit of bronzer after this just to sort of match everything up. So I'll be using a wet beauty blender. I used to have like just a knockoff one from Forever 21 and I thought it was pretty good, and I actually bought one because I was like, why am I paying so much money for a sponge? But it's so much better. Like, it goes on so smooth. So just like a very light coverage. I don't like using concealer because it blocks all your pores, and I don't feel like I need to conceal that much or that heavily anyway, so let's go. My cat just ran away with my foundation. So it's quite white, but don't worry, we'll even out the color. There we go, flawless. Okay, so now that I'm looking super white, we've got to balance this out a little bit. The bronzer that I've been using is the Body Shop's No. 3 Bronzing Powder shade in Medium Matte, and I'm using the multitask brush from Real Techniques. I kind of just dusted all over my face, so let's just hope for the best. Because it's quite light and it's not that pigmented, you can afford to just go all out because you will not like over bronze yourself. It's very hard to over bronze yourself with this one. So I think this bronzer is very good for beginners, like people like me. Hey cat! People like me who don't really know how to put on makeup, so I'm just kind of using this as like a powder. Okay, I think I look a bit more bronzed up. Next, what I like to do is I like to do my eyebrows first because I feel like it frames the face and then you can know how intense your makeup needs to be or like needs to not be. So the eyebrow pencil that I swear and live by is the Uemura Hard Formula. Mine is in color 9. It's sort of like an ashy brown, deep brown color. I get my brows threaded and I'm quite happy with the shape, and I'm quite happy with how many hairs I have. It's just that in the middle, they're a bit like separated. There's not enough hair in the middle, so I mostly just concentrate on doing those bits. But like everyone's brows, my brows are not twins, they're sisters, so it's very hard to draw them properly. This one grows hair so much faster than this one, so I'm gonna try my best. Every day the brows kind of look just a little bit different, but you know, that's life. So I saw somewhere on YouTube that you're meant to draw it in like the way of your brow hairs. So like, since my brow hairs grow that direction at the front, I'm just gonna flicking it up and just doing little feathery strokes, and then at the top just kind of filling in the outlines a bit more. That's one brow done. Okay, the hard part is this part. They're gonna look really freaky after I draw them, but we'll fix it. Is that even? It's just a bit of hit and miss really. I think they're pretty even. If they're not even, what I like to do is, because sometimes it looks a bit harsh, I like to get my beauty blender and whatever foundation is left on it, I kind of just dab a little bit there, like this area, so it looks like it's a more natural brow. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now here comes the fun and super hard part, the eyeshadow. So the only eyeshadow palette that I use is the Tartelette in Bloom. I just feel like the colors they have just really suit Asian eyes, and it's just very easy to use for beginners. And also the colors are very pigmented and they don't really fall out that much, unlike the Urban Decay one, the Naked palettes. I feel like they're not that pigmented and the colors are actually pretty hard to blend. I'm gonna try recreate that bronzy look, but I kind of forgot which ones I used, so we'll just try our luck. I don't use eye primer or anything because I don't think I get sweaty on my eyelids, or maybe I do, but I just don't really care. I'm using the Real Techniques something brush, domed shadow brush. So I use this to get like one color and just sort of swoop it all over my eyelids first. Flower Child, this one right here, it's just like a kind of nude pale color. Alright, and just swoop it all over your eyelids. This will just serve as a base. I don't even know what I'm doing. Kit Kat, stop it! group it all over your eyelids because I got like a bit of veiny eyelid going on, so it's just kind of like doing a concealer, make a good base for the rest of the colors. I don't really know how to do eyeshadow. I kind of just watch YouTube videos and just learn because everyone's eyelid shapes are different. So if you're trying to copy one YouTuber's eyelid shape and put it onto your eyes, obviously the makeup's going to look different and not look as good, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so now that we've got this color, we're going to be going for a bit of dimension. I think... Oh, I honestly can't remember what colors I used. I'm just going to go for Smarty Pants, this one right here, to add a bit of dimension to the outer thirds of the eyes. So here we go. You know what? That doesn't really look any different. Okay, so I'm going to add a bit of Jet Setter in as well, the darker shade. Just kind of like a window wiper action. I don't like going too much higher than where my eyelid line is because I don't want to look like I got punched in the eye. Because it's very easy for Asian eyes to go get overboard with the eyeshadow and then look like you got punched. You see how like my hood is there? So I kind of just like press into that area. Okay, now for something slightly darker. I'm going to go with Leader and actually, I don't know. Might go for a bit of Rebel. That's too red. Oh, what colors did I use? I'm going to go for Activist. Now this is very pigmented, very dark, so wish me luck. I could look like a panda within the next 5 seconds. Just get the tiniest smidgen of it. Just kind of... Oh! Oh! You see what I mean about how it's really dark and pigmented? Okay, okay. Just gonna blend that out a little. There we go. I mean, it doesn't look like much right now, but I guarantee you it will look better later on. This row here, this row right here, super pigmented. Okay, so I've just done a bit of outside corner deepening. I need to put like a middle shade on. What I like to do is put on a bit of shimmer in the middle area because that way it makes your eyes sort of pop more and it makes it look rounder, or that's just what people say and I just copied them. So I'm going to be using Firecracker, this sort of bronzy shimmery shade. It's like a more of a dark bronze, and I'm just using, I don't know what this brush is, but it's kind of like a flat brush, so it kind of, I can tap it on easier. I'm just going to put it on the middle of my eyelid, just kind of tapping it in. Do you see that? So I feel like we could probably go a bit darker on the outside. Wish me luck. Here we go. I'm gonna get a bit more of Activist. We are gonna get Funny Girl for the inner rims, just to lighten it up. I'm just gonna use my finger because I don't really have any other brushes, and just from the very inner rims and then to the corner of your eyes. Kind of pat it on there. Oh, went a bit overboard. And just kind of touch up on the firecracker if you've put on it on top of your firecracker area. Okay, so now that we kind of need to blend it out a bit more so it doesn't look so harsh, I'm getting the M.A.C 217. Apparently this is a very good blending brush. And I'm just gonna get maybe a bit of Smarty Pants and a bit of Flower Child and just smush them together, just a little bit of each, and then just kind of blow out the edges and soften the edges a little bit. Yeah! How's that looking? Does it look the same? Oh golly. You know what? I think that looks alright. Can you see it? It just like looks like one huge blob right now. Maybe just a bit more darkening. Okay, so because it's summer and I recently had like a lot of lash extensions done, I don't really like using eyeliner that much anymore. So I've basically just been using eyeshadow as eyeliner and sort of just lining my edges of my eyes with it. So I'm getting the color Activist, which was the darkest color that we put on the outsides. And I'm just gonna get like just an angled flat brush and trying to line my eyes. So I've got to do a little bit of a flick, a little bit of a cat eye. Let's see how this goes. So I like to start from the outside and just angle it. Oh, so pigmented. Angle it slightly up and then just brush it across the eyelid. And then we're just going to use the same bit of Activist and just line the outer third of our eyes right here, just to bring it down a bit, like instead of connected to the wing there so it doesn't look like it's two separate bits. Know what I'm saying? And we're gonna use Firecracker, which is the middle shade on the eyelid, and just sort of bring it over the rest of the bottom of our lash line. So because I have quite tired eyes and you can tell that it's quite red on the inside, I use a inner rim liner. This is the Tarte inner rim liner. It's just like this sort of nude color, and you just put it on your waterline and it just makes you look like 100% more awake. Sorry, this looks really creepy. But yeah, don't go overboard, because if you go overboard it looks a bit too obvious. There, can you see the whiteness? We're getting there, guys. We're almost done. I know I look a bit pandery right now, but I guarantee you it will look a little bit better soon. Where is my foundation, Kit Kat? Where is my foundation? Got it. Oh. So now I'm just sort of gonna clean up. Just put foundation on my hair. I'm just gonna clean up underneath the eyes because you can see that I've got kind of dark circles, so I'm just gonna put a little bit more foundation on under the eyes and just sort of to clean up the eyeshadow fallout. So once again, beauty blender, same foundation, and just using the tip of the beauty blender this time. Beauty blender this time. There we go. Much cleaner, don't you think? I'm going to be doing a bit of mascara. The mascara that I'm using is the M.A.C Haute and Naughty Lash. What's really cool about this one is you have the small brush, which is the first nozzle, and then I don't understand how this works, but then you open the big nozzle and you have the big brush. Like, does the small brush go into the big brush? Like, I still don't understand. If anyone understands, please let me know. I've got fake extensions in right now, so I don't really need to curl them, but basically they've all fallen out. So I think the eyes are done. We might have to touch up a little bit more later, but that's basically it. And then we're just going to work on the rest of the face now, which is really not much to do. So once again, with the same Real Techniques Dome shadow brush, I'm just going to go into Smarty Pants and Jet Setter, get a little bit of each, and contour my nose and give myself a bridge. So just really lightly, because you don't want to look too fake. Can you see my nose now? And then with Charmer, we are just going to highlight the brow bone of my eyes. So it gives the appearance of a higher brow bone and deeper set eyes. And I just think it makes the rest of your eyeshadow stand out a bit more. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but... Okay, so time for blusher. This is probably my favorite because it's so easy. I'm just getting like a kind of angled-ish brush. I don't know. This is the M.A.C Sunbasque Sheertone Shimmer Blush. I use this every day. I love it because it's not like really shimmery, and it's kind of got like more of an orangey sort of clayish look, tone base to it, so it goes with a lot of things. So I'll just put it like on my cheeks first and just sort of bring it up a little bit. You know what? Maybe I should have tried contouring. Like with my face shape, I can't really contour because I don't have cheekbones. Like I just have cheeks, and like how do I contour? Like I can contour there, but like I don't know. You know what? Maybe I'll try today. Let me put my blush on first, which is probably the wrong way around. You know what, guys? Let's try a bit of contouring. So we're gonna get out the Body Shop one again. Just gonna get that same angled-ish brush, dab a bit. Let's try. This is my first time contouring, guys. So let's do that. It's like the same color as my blush. I don't think that worked. Yeah, you know what, that's more or less the same. Okay, now we are on to highlighter, and this is the Soft and Gentle Mineralize Skin Finish from M.A.C. It is beautiful. Look how pretty it is. And I just used the foundation brush from Real Techniques because it's like flat, and I just slightly dab it a little bit, and I will just bring it across the top of my cheeks like this. So because it's a foundation brush, I kind of need to like smooth it out with my fingers, otherwise I'll just get one line of highlighter going across my whole face. And that is not a good look. Kit Kat! No! Now I just put highlighter all over my cat. This is the mischief maker! Okay? And I just like to put a little bit down the center of my nose just to highlight the non-existent bridge that I will never have. You know what? I think we're looking alright. Where is me lipstick, Kit Kat? So I would have liked to have used Velvet Teddy by MAC for this look, but I took it out and my cat has hidden it somewhere, so now I cannot find it anymore. So we're gonna go with the 3CE Lip Lacquer. This is in #1 Unos. So I don't really ever use this, but because it's kind of like an orangey tone, an orangey nudie pinky tone. Okay, lip lacquer. You know what? Looks alright. Every time I put on lipstick afterwards, I like to sort of dab it off, a little bit off with tissue, just so that it looks a bit more natural and it's a bit more sunken into my lip and it's a bit more like matte, you feel me? So this is the finished look. I hope I kind of got it semi-right. I cannot remember for the life of me what colors I was using in the other one, but I tried going for like a sort of summer bronzed look. If I've been going out recently, this is basically what I do on my eyes. I just like to experiment. Like with this palette, there's so many different types of colors. You've got the more sort of colder browns, but then you've got the more like red sort of terracotta colors, and I've been experimenting with these two more. So I've been going for a bit of a more reddish tone, but I just think it's a very good palette for beginners and a very good palette to experiment with because you really can't go wrong with it. So yeah, this is the makeup look. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you want more makeup looks from a very amateur person who cannot really put on makeup at all. But yeah, thanks for watching. Oh, I don't have energy for this.